Today we're doing a drive belt replacement on a 2003 Honda Accord. This is the 2.4 liter inline 4-cylinder engine, and we'll be doing this without any special hand tools. Now the first step, of course, is just examining your current drive belt, and as you can see, there are a number of cracks in this drive belt. This is really overdue. This most likely is the original belt on the vehicle, so certainly a very good time to replace it. Now what I'll do is I'll include a link in the description box below. I purchased this off Amazon, had it within 1 day if you're a Prime member. Now the drive belt is located on the passenger side of the vehicle. Right here you have the power steering pulley, and look to its 7 o'clock position. And right here you have the idler pulley. Now you want to turn this clockwise. This is spring loaded, in fact. Right here is a tensioner. It's one whole unit, a little hard to see, but right here is an entire unit, and we're not removing the tensioner, but you need to remove the tension of the drive belt. So you're turning this clockwise, and you may be thinking, why not fit a socket and a ratchet in here? And the problem with that is there's not a lot of room. It will strike the engine mount. So what I have here is a 14mm wrench, and then I just have a 21mm half-inch drive socket with a couple of extensions, and now I have a very, very long handle. Let me move the camera so you can see this, to loosen up the tension. Okay, you see how that moves? So as you can probably hear, you need quite a bit of strength to do this. Now you can purchase, again, a very specific tool to remove these belts, and they're very, very long, super thin handle, but again, it's not necessary. The other thing you want to notice before you remove the old belt is make a quick diagram of how it's routed. In other words, it goes over the power steering up here, alternator, goes around toward the bottom, and I'll show you a sketch that I have over the crankshaft and so on and so forth, so you can sort of have a guide. But you want to do that, because if you don't do that and you forget, or take a bunch of pictures, but if you don't do that, then you can spend a lot of time just figuring how the drive belt goes. Okay, just snake it out. It's a very tight area for sure, but there you go. And again, as you can see, very good time to replace this. Now finessing the new belt does take some time. What is very, very helpful is removing the power steering reservoir. Just pull this up from its mount. It sits right here, and now you can fit your hand in here and place and route the belt the correct way around all pulleys. And then as a last step, we're going to move this tensioner, and we'll be all done. It does take some time, just be patient, but certainly remove this reservoir. It makes all the difference in the world. Now I apologize, the sun is right behind us, but as you can see, I'm a little bit off on the alternator here, so I'll see if I can get this on camera, but we'll just need to adjust this just a little bit more. Okay, reduce the tension a little bit. Let's fit this around the alternator. There we go. Okay, now we'll just double check everything else, make sure everything is lined up. And then as a last step, just make sure it's routed correctly, meaning that the belt is inside each pulley. As you can see here, power steering, the alternator. Down there on the bottom is your AC compressor. Now to the left, which is right here, it's a little hard to see. There you go. That's the crankshaft pulley. And everything looks to be in good shape. Let's start it up and just verify we're okay.